Is Santa Claus and elves real or a myth? Every year near the time of Christmas, children excitedly await Santa Claus while the elderly are busy decorating their homes and preparing traditional Christmas meals. However, certain questions arise in our minds on this occasion. Is Santa Claus real or just a myth? What is the connection between Santa Claus and elves? What's the reality behind all of the Santa Claus stories? To unlock this mystery, we bring you the real story of Santa Claus. And if you are interested in unlocking mysteries and conspiracy theories, every week you really need to subscribe to this channel. The story dates back to the 3rd century. A humble person named Saint Nicholas, who was basically a monk, became the inspiration for the character of Santa Claus. He reportedly donated all of his inherited fortunes and traveled the countryside to serve the ill and poor. One of the most well-known St. Nicholas tales is about how he gave 3 struggling sisters a dowry so they could be married, preventing their father from selling them into slavery or prostitution. Over many years, Nicholas's reputation grew, and he began to be known as the sailor and children's protector. Due to St. Nicholas's Dutch name, Santa Claus, he was eventually referred to as Santa Claus. After receiving inspiration from St. Nicholas, the ritual of delivering unnamed presents to destitute families and their children on December 5th, St. Nicholas Eve, was established by French nuns in the Middle Ages. The poor family would awaken on the morning of St. Nicholas's Day to find food, clothing, food delicacies, and perhaps a little financial help. The response to the needy when they asked who delivered such amazing goods was, "It must have been St. Nicholas." The tradition of Father Christmas, which was originally St. Nicholas before being converted into the Santa Claus we know today by modern culture, has gained popularity over time. It is believed that after receiving letters from kids asking for their favorite presents, Santa spends the entire year, accompanied by his elves, creating toys for kids. Finally, Santa Claus departs from the Northpole on Christmas Eve in a sleigh pulled by 8 reindeer to deliver gifts to all the children. Moreover, the legend tells us that Santa Claus enjoys eating as well. He is said to enter the house through the chimney, where he munches on cookies and drinks milk that the kids usually leave for him. Nowadays, most people imagine elves to be Santa's helpers, who frequently take the appearance of little people and are busy at the North Pole producing presents for good kids everywhere. Nevertheless, elves are a relatively new creation that originated in the 19th century in the Americas when the classic figure of Santa Claus was being created. These practices date back to primarily seasonal occasions, such as the pagan holiday celebrations of good fortune and plentiful harvests. In the years before Christ, people believed that the impending bleak winter seasons would bring misfortune, poor fortune, death, and devastation. In case good things occur, it means that gods and elves of fortune would show up to show their approval. As Santa was given a helper in various countries, centuries of elf traditions ultimately blended with the rituals of Christmas. However, there is also a commonly believed concept that Santa himself was an elf and still is. He's not a big, tall, bulky guy, but a relatively short dude who keeps up with the tradition. Moreover, the 1823 poem A Visit from St. Nicholas depicted St. Nicholas as a good, cheerful old elf as American Christmas customs developed in the 19th century. However, as the debate goes, elves are not regarded as objectively real from a scientific perspective. Despite this, elves have historically and geographically been thought to be actual creatures. They may be understood as a component of people's imagination and myths. Moreover, it is not only a thing of the past. Fantasy tales about elves have been said to mirror and influence readers' perceptions of reality, even in the 21st century. Christmas is related to customs and stories about Santa Claus and his elves. People have made several attempts to rationalize beliefs of elves across time. The role and character of Santa Claus is inspired by an actual person, but with the growth in legends and traditions, it is still practiced today. In this world, not everything needs to be rational. Some of our reality is based upon our belief system. Maybe that is also the case with elves. If you're interested in controversies and mysteries, then you really need to subscribe and explore our channel, because we unlock new mysteries every week.